That brings us now to public comments. If you'd like to approach the podium, first on the list is Elwood Ron. If you'd like to state your name and address. Oh, sure. Also with Mr. Ron is Karen Kennedy.
The address we're talking about here is 9002 350 Highway, which is an address that we lease where we're trying to start a business in Raytown. We live at 1302 Willow in Greenwood, Missouri. The reason we're here to speak to you guys is we're trying to start a coffee shop at 9002 350 Highway here in Raytown. And we purchased a coffee shop that is it's a fully self-sufficient building. It's fully self-contained. It has water filtration systems. It has onboard freshwater systems, as well as tanks for removal of wastewaters. Now, we got into this kind of, Karen lost her job of 18 years the first of the year, and we looked at options and what was out there, and the job market's terrible and things, and we decided that we would invest her 401k money in starting this venture. So we went and looked at several of these, and we picked the one that had the absolute best appearance, in the best shape, meets all health department requirements. And then we found a piece of ground here in Raytown. So we approached the city and said, okay, this is what we want to do. It was an existing working coffee shop in Springfield, Missouri when we went and moved it here. We looked around at different sites in the city of Lee Summit. We can put the coffee shop on any commercial site that's zoned commercial. It's a free permit for 90 days. All we have to have is an inspector when we hook up the electricity. We looked at the city of Kansas City. We actually met all of their steps. We can put it on commercial ground within Kansas City. That was a $33 license we had to buy, and a sales tax license through the state. But we want a permanent location, and we want to build a permanent location. And the best location we found is in your city on 350 Highway. However, we've tried to get with city staff a variance of sorts that will allow us to operate the building as it's designed, as it's manufactured to function for 90 days till we can start construction and get all the drawings and everything, because they're not just going to let us draw it out on a piece of paper. They want some real professional people doing some real professional drawings, and we understand that. And then do the construction. They want to put it on a foundation, which we don't have a problem with. They want to tie into the city sewer. We'd rather be on the city sewer than have to haul our sewage away like an RV. They want it on the city water. We'd rather be on the city water. All the things they want, we want as well. We've reviewed the 350 corridor designs and what they want there. We've agreed to change the exterior of the building before we even bring it to the site. Because it's a wood building right now, which I do have pictures of the building and what we're trying to do. The property does already have water and sewer running across the back of it. There's a lot of requirements. I don't know if you've ever tried to do something like this in the city of Raytown, but there is a lot of requirements. And most of them are professional requirements that there's no real provisions for a small business person to tackle any of this on their own, is what we're finding out. Because I have a brother who's a engineer who's no longer in that business because homes aren't building. He moved here from Pennsylvania. Well, he has all the programs to do all the CAD design and stuff, but he hasn't licensed himself to the state of Missouri. So I had him do site plans for me, and I had him do some drawings for me. Unacceptable. They're not going to be accepted because they're not a Missouri professional stamp deal. And I understand. If the standards are the standards and it's going to be hold your feet to the flame and it's going to be 100%, then that's fine. But can we apply for a variance, and who do we speak to apply for a variance that will allow us to operate a building that is fully self-contained for 90 days. All construction, everything to make it to every standard of the 350 corridor and be permanently mounted on that site would be complied with and be completed within 180 days. And that's what we're asking for. Any questions, anything at all? We can